Hola, muy buenas tardes, everyone. Welcome to Crecen Radio Honolera. Today we are doing in English, but I am your host. My name is Lady Gonzalez. I'm the marketing coordinator for Avecinna Clinicas, Avecinna Clinicas. We are community health clinics in the Houston area. We have 6 clinics in the Houston area with 4 locations. And today we have a very special guest. We have Miss Mata Moradi. How are you today?
Hola, hi everyone. Happy Mental Health Month,
Of
Awareness Month.
course. Of course.
Thank you so much for having me, lady. This has been a very great opportunity. We love our Houston community. We're so excited to tell everybody about our behavioral health services. I'm a director of our program, but we have a full team of psychiatrists, neurologists, counselors. Your assessments are free. You can come in and do a first session to see what kind of need suits you best. And then we're here to help you. We got multiple locations and also telehealth. So being able to access mental health should be very easy.
Of course, as you said, this month is May Mental Health Awareness Month, and as you know, especially being in this Houston area and our clinics being community clinics, talk to me a little bit how it is working with such a diaspora of clients, and how different backgrounds come in play, and cultures. I know you work with a lot of different people, so talk to me about your experience with working with those type of clients.
Yeah, you know what I love about our team is that we look like the people we serve. So we're also very diverse. We speak multiple languages. We've got two bilingual, like Hispanics, and on our team, and we've got Dari, Farsi, Arabic. We serve all ages, so it's kind of we learn how to love. Every community. And I think what we represent is also a testament of that.
Of course, I know we have a big, big old team, and you mentioned how we have 2 of them. They actually were already on the show. Sharon and Rudy were here with Crescent as therapists who both speak English and Spanish on the show. We had Sharon last time, and it was a great experience getting to know about the kind of things you do. Talk to me about how your day is in terms of like as a director of Baby Health. What kind of things are you seeing, and how your day in life as you as a behavioral health, clinician.
Well, it's never a dull day. There's never boring. That's for sure. My, all the years that I've been a counselor, I think it's exciting for me to be on the leadership side because I get to go out in the community. I get to meet people. So our program doesn't become what we think we should do for people, but actually listen and see what our community needs from us. So I have a little part of my day where I still see patients, but a lot of my day is spent promoting mental health because I think mental health is a kind of pain that we don't see. And a lot of people are suffering, especially like immigrant communities, because of the climate that we live in right now. We're even more alienated, more, it kind of prone to anxiety and stressors, more than usual, at least. So I hope by me going out into the community and meeting people, that helps that people come to us. This is a safe space. We don't represent any government entity. We are a private nonprofit, so we get to call the shots, and in our leadership, cultural sensitivity and safety is a top priority, and so that's kind of like makes my job unique, and I love that. I get to advocate for people, not just treat anxiety and depression or ADHD. So that's what I love about it anyway in my
Yeah.
role.
Very
Mhm.
beautiful. I know. We do a lot of like behavioral health, like you said, promotions. We've done classes
Mhm.
together. We've done workshops, and that's something that I
I
know it's a
know.
big passion of yours. Talk to me, especially we're here in our Clear Lake clinic. What kind of things are happening in Clear Lake? I don't know if y'all know, but at Clear Lake, first of all, we do have a Clear Lake location. It's a little farther
Yeah.
from all of our other clinics, but it's down here. It's a one place. It's medical, dental, and we have behavioral health recently starting up here. We're seeing more and more patients. And besides
Yes.
Mata doing therapy, we also have a great Dr. Kyram. Talk to me about a little bit about Dr. Kyram and what you both of y'all are doing here for behavioral health at Clear Lake.
So it's true that the Clear Lake campus is a smaller campus, but we still have all the parts. It's still a holistic center. I'm the main counselor for this location, but Dr. Karam also offers like autism assessments and developmental and neurological issues, mostly like with young age. But he does see up to, I think, kind of mid-20s if
Mm.
people are struggling. And then with my license, I see anything, anybody as young as 3 years of age, all the way to, senior years. And I have 24 years of experience treating depression, anxiety, bipolar, addiction issues. I do have a subspecialty in treating marital, like I'm a marriage and family counselor as well, besides being a clinical person. So folks sometimes reach out to do premarital counseling, when before getting married, they'll do some sessions to make sure they're on the right, track and seeing things the same way. And then I also have divorce, families who are going through a transition, and it's creating mental health issues for either the spouse or for the children because they're going through big changes. Adoption, we work with Depelchin, we work with a lot of our local community members who are dealing with family systems and crisis. Maybe it's adoption, maybe it's divorce, maybe it's, one or two members of the family who has major mental illness that's affecting everyone else. Behavioral issues, if someone is having a tough time making peer relationships, good positive relationships, and being able to perform academically. These are all signs that someone may need a little bit more help to be able to succeed in school in those years, those formative years.
Yeah, that is your LMFT is a big thing. You said you do with a lot of individuals, but it's good to hear that you do with families as well. And speaking on families, I think working in Houston, Crescent being Hispanic, target audience, a family is I feel like Hispanic people, I talk myself, are very family oriented. A lot is
Yes.
done within the community. Talk to me about some maybe tips you might have for families that are maybe have some issues coming up, or what are some of the biggest things you see within families, and what are some of like your favorite things to say, like, hey, let's try this time, some good techniques to kind of build a strong family bond that I feel like a lot of us want to have within our lives.
Yeah, I mean, I think like traditionally in my line of work, I see families in crisis, but I think
Mm,
more and more in people in the younger generations, they're not waiting for a crisis. They want to be able to be more effective at parenting. A lot of times there is kind of intergenerational um, mishaps, right? Like one generation speaks a different language, and so they feel like they're in silos. Right now a big thing is isolation, families being together but feeling alone because of this digital age. A lot of common family issues have to do with marital discord. A good part of my work throughout my career has been repairing marriages after infidelity. Maybe someone cheated, or maybe it wasn't infidelity with a person, maybe it was alcoholism because one person was addicted to a substance, so they were not emotionally, available to the family. So that caused distress. So family therapy is a big umbrella. I mean, we could sit here and talk about it all day, but any time that relationships are growing apart rather than coming together, when family members stop interacting, there's increased isolation, There is other evidence of mental health, such as, you know, maybe a family member used to be very outgoing. Now they're being really reserved and drinking so much more than they ever did. Or they don't want to come to Christmas. They don't want to do the things that we consider as rituals that bring cohesion and togetherness for families. And that's a good time to check on your family member. Just recently we hear a lot of suicides, and people are like, I can't believe this person committed suicide. They were so happy, they look like they have the perfect life. Well, it's not popular, especially in like immigrant cultures, because in our cultures we're told to be tough. Well, I lived through it, your grandmother lived through it, why can't you? I just gave a talk on postpartum depression, for example. um, all these things that affect the way we can be our best. It's kind of held back by the way we deal with stress, by the way maybe our body's changing. Maybe there's struggles that we feel like we can't share. And both with Hispanic, Middle East, all these type of cultures, because families just lumped into one big definition, there's no boundaries, right? So it's very risky to share maybe something that's not so pleasant for everyone else to hear. And sometimes we're coming from a good place because we don't want to worry the people we love. So we carry the great weight of depression, anxiety, all these difficult things for years and years before ever speaking. So what I love about our approach is that we can relate to our patients because we are from those cultures, and we can speak that language, and we can relate to what it's like to be in a position to emotionally suffer and not want your family to get the brunt of that. So creating that space, I tell people, I beg people, don't wait until a big crisis happens. Once someone commits suicide, there's nothing you can do. But suicide is a symptom of untreated depression.
Mm.
And it's so preventable. And it's happening more and more in young people, more and more in our communities. And we should help each other. There's nothing wrong with going into, I'd rather go talk, 5-10 sessions than take a medication for, I mean, there's so many solutions is what I'm trying to say, between um, they are all better than doing nothing about our mental health.
Right. And it like you said, is something that for at least at Immunicina Clinicas, we hope is as accessible as possible, right? We have all these 4 locations. We have Wilcrest, we have North Shepherd, we have South Post Oak, we have Clear Lake now. And we also have telehealth options because we know sometimes you can't make it out there, and you just
Yes.
have to, like the same way we're doing virtually, the same way you can talk to your therapist, talk to your psychiatrist. And sometimes that, also feels a little bit better, but just know that they're here, they're in person, they're in the clinic and ready. There is no wait time. I know we talked about with other clinicians and other people, like sometimes it takes weeks and months to finally get that therapy appointment. But at Indocino, we usually don't have a wait time. They're Monday through Saturday, even Saturday appointments for our working class families. And they're ready to support you any way possible. I work with a lot of alongside a lot of these great clinicians. So Ms. Martha Morali being one, although therapist as well. I met the psychiatrist, and these are kind of people. I would trust them. I would trust them with my if I want to
Aw.
talk it out. They're very warm kind of people, which I think it's super important to have when it's already a barrier, like such a step forward to admit, like, okay, maybe I do need therapy, or maybe
I
a
always
big
say
talk. So
therapy is, yeah, for brave people, right? It's not for wimps.
yeah,
And also
so
telehealth, like on a rainy day like this, grab your cup of coffee, have your therapy. Like I love telehealth. I think I like to mix it up, you know, like I love connecting and having a few sessions in person, but with the Houston traffic sometimes and the weather, and I don't know how much gas costs these days, it's good to opt out some of those sessions for telehealth too. So
Mhm. Well, thank you, Ms. Matamala, for having this conversation with me today, especially for May being Mental Health Awareness Month, to kind of talk about the things you do, things we offer here at Messina within all our 4 locations, 6 clinics, Monday through Saturday. For mental health appointments, all you need to do is usually call whatever clinic is closest to you, ask for a mental appointment, and we could guide you from there. Well, thank you so much. Any additional comments you have?
no, thank you. Don't suffer. We're here for you.
Well,
Oh,
thank y'all so
thank you.
much.
Thank you so much. Bye.